So that's the propagators all filled up, all ready for the spring, for a good start off. That's how many have I got in each one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 28, 56, 56, 63, 70, 80, 84 is it? There you go. So 84 per tray in here, and then I'll come back in a moment. I'll put this one in there, then I'll come back. It is at the moment a balmy 9.2. The highest it's got today was 11.2. And when I blanked it this morning it was 6.3, and it was down to minus 1.2 last night. Now for you that want Fahrenheit, that's 50.5 Fahrenheit at the moment. Highest is 52.2, and this morning it was 43.7 when I blanked the screen. So still quite cold. In any case, I'm going to get on. I've still got some other things to do here. I'm going to put some water in here, and I've got compost in these trays. What I'm going to do is get the inner caps on, these ones here. Get these on, a bit difficult with one hand, but I'll get all them fitted, and then I'll get the big one on to get the temperature in there rising. Let them soak overnight. Tomorrow I'm going to sow some more seeds. So let's go indoors in a moment, because it's definitely getting cold out here now. Hello, I hope you can hear me. I've got the mic here, but so you should be able to hear me. Well, I'm back indoors now, and I've just been looking at the seeds. Because let's face it, it's December. It's short days, long nights. We get bored. You start anchoring over, wanting to do get some going in the garden, get some sowing, get some stuff growing. Yeah, no, I do. Oh, I'd love to get some stuff growing in the garden, but it's too cold. We've got too much cold weather coming. But saying that, as you may have remembered, I think it was in November, maybe early December. No, definitely December, definitely November, maybe even the end of October. I planted some mesclun mixed, some red ruble kale, and some sprouting peas, and some radish tops. Now, I can't remember if I showed you them before I harvested. Yeah, I can't remember. Perhaps you can tell me. But as you can see, I've been in the greenhouse. I've been sorting the greenhouse out. Unfortunately, I don't know quite what happened. Well, I may know what happened, but the start of the filming, I lost nearly all the footage. I think it's because the robin came in the greenhouse and tried to join me. Yeah. The robin you see at the start of this he's a permanent visitor of the garden. It's his territory. Robins are very territorial. They stake a claim and they protect it, even if it means losing their life. They'll protect the area of their territory from other males. So I was in the greenhouse, he flew in, Decided that he was going to sit on the side. That's fine. Unfortunately, Bo walked in and he didn't try and chase the robin. He just sort of sat there looking at it, which is what he does all the time with birds. I sometimes think he wishes he could be a bird, but it was enough to spook the robin, who then decided to fly around all inside the greenhouse, flapping around, trying to find the door, flying straight past the door, and did eventually find the door and go out through the door. But somehow the camera lost its filming, and I've only got a little bit where you see me actually filling the seed cells with spent compost. So, as you can see, that's all the same with the salvage from the start of the filming. But this is what I'm going to be sowing again, is some more of the muscular mix, some more of the salad leaf red ruble kale, and some more of the 1419 pea shoots. Now, to get the pea shoots going, I've already got them in soak. I'll leave them in soak till I'm ready to sow them tomorrow. It's lukewarm water, hand temperature sort of water, but not enough to sort of kill the seed. Just, slightly warm. And that hopefully will get them sprouting, soften the seed itself, and get it going. Because remember that everything that seed needs is in there. And in fact, looking at this already, this one is already splitting. So that hasn't taken long, has it? So they've been in there for a few hours now, so we'll leave them to one side. So join me tomorrow, and I'll show you me sowing these in the trays out there, and I'll also show you how I do my candle heaters in the greenhouse. No technology, nothing magical about it. It's pure caveman stuff. 2 pots, 2 clay pots, candle. That's it basically. But I'll show you that tomorrow, and see what else we get up to tomorrow. So until then, see you in the morning. And I've gone there. There's all my artichokes in here to dry off. I'm going to spread them out in a moment so that they can dry out better. So, catch you in a moment. Well, good morning everybody. It's the 6th of December, and it is 4:45 AM. Yeah, another sleepless night, but I've got me a cup of tea. I've had some toast with homemade marmalade. That's the last one of my marmalades, so I must make some more. I'll show you how I make my marmalade. I cheat. I use a ready prepared marmalade mix in a can, and basically all you got to do is add sugar and some more orange rind if you want to make it, chunkier, and cook it. But you just got to make sure you bottle it properly. Yeah, I use kilner jars. I find that if I use a kilner jar, it always seems to work. Never seems to be a problem. But the nice thing is, I'll just bring this round here, move this around, is that which I put into soak. These are the 419 sprouting peas for pea shoots that I put into soak day before yesterday, on the 4th of December. See how fast they, produced little shoots. So they are now ready for planting. Wasn't able to do any planting yesterday. It was very wet, quite windy, and actually, bloody cold yesterday. So I didn't go in the greenhouse. I'm going to go in the greenhouse today. I've melted out the gas heater. So if it's too cold, I'm going to take the gas heater in there and put that on, let it warm up in there. Then I'll go in and I'll get these sprouting pea shoots sown, the mesclun salad mix, the red ruble cow mix sowed, and we'll go from there. So catch you again in a minute. Well, it's now 10:05 a.m. and it's 5 centigrade, 41 Fahrenheit outside, and all went wrong. This is the propagators. These are the small ones. You can see the marks where there's a snout. There must be a slug in that one, because it's left a trail of a slime trail on the top. Also in the big propagator where the spider plants are, there's also got to be, I think, several slugs, but I'm not worried about the spider plants. They're pretty slug resistant. With the small propagator there, that's the only one showing signs of slugs. So I'll take the soil out, put it into a bag, microwave the soil. That'll kill the slug off. The other three are fine. No sign of slugs inside at all. So what I'm going to do now is give them a quick spray with warm water. This is just warm enough that you can feel it on your hands. This will help to warm the soil up, the compost, and make it ready for sowing. You can see the condensation on the inside of the tops of the propagators, and it just shows you the difference in the temperature inside and out. So they're now ready for sowing. I just need the 3 mesclun mix, red ruble cow, and the 4019 pea shoots. So in a moment I'll start to do these. I lost the sound on this batch of filming completely. Whether it's my microphone that's gone down, I don't know, but right, so I'll have to check. Cow. So I'm not going to go through all, how I sow all the seed, because you've seen it loads of times before. Use a whole. I think you all know how to sow, but I use a full packet per tray. I'm going to get these so you get a good mix. Make sure the soil is filled up to the top, because you don't want to be trying to cut it when the soil is too far down. I don't cover the seed at all. I just put it on, give it another spray to get the seed nice and soaked with the warm water. That gets it going, and then I'll just put the tops on the propagators and let them do their work. You can't drown them. Just give them a really good soak. It doesn't matter how much water you put on them. They're not going to be stood in water. There's the 4019 sprouting peas. These I'll put on, and I don't cover them over. I've stopped covering the peas over because as they grow, they just lift up the soil on top of them, and you end up having to try and break up the soil to let the shoots come through better. So now all I do is put them on there, give them a good spray to help them settle in, put the tops on them, and let them do their own job. I find I get better germination all round with these 3 particular seeds, that if I don't cover any of them, they sprout, they grow better. I'm going to try and grow them in the greenhouse at the moment because they're okay growing indoors, but if you've got grow lights, they're fine. They'll develop more leaves. Indoors, they'll just develop as seedlings and they'll just grow long and lanky. these should be ready for harvesting hopefully by Christmas, but I'm not too worried if it's not till after Christmas. It's just how it goes. Right, the tops are now on. I make sure all the air vents are now fully shut. That also helps to keep the added warmth inside of them, and it keeps the moisture in. I say that one I'm going to take out and microwave the soil in a plastic bag. I've got some foam sheet, it's insulation come wrapping here, which I'm going to put on there. That helps to minimise the light, but also acts as an extra insulator to help keep the seeds warmer. Now I'm going to put the tops back on. Make sure you put them on nice and tight. The propagator tops are quite tight fitting, so if you've got them all tight, there's no way a slug can get in between the bottom and the top part of the incubator then. I say incubator, propagator. I'm thinking of my chickens, which I haven't got anymore. I got a spare one of these tops, so I put that on as well. So it's got basically the seeds are in three different propagators. We'll get it right in a minute. I don't normally do voiceovers. I hate doing voiceovers, but in this case I've got no choice. Well, that's the incubators now. The propagators now done. So they'll now sit there. I'll come in every day and just give them a quick spray with some warm water, just keep them going. There's nothing more now that needs to be done in the greenhouse. There's nothing more that can be done in the greenhouse. It's getting way too cold to sow anything other than what I've sown. So that's hopefully going to be a harvest ready for the start of the new year. I doubt if it'll be ready for Christmas, but should definitely be ready for sometime in January. See, no editing involved here. January, the harvest, I hope, will come. Right, I said I would show you how I do my candle heater in the greenhouse. It's 6x6 greenhouse, so what I would normally do is have 2 of these candles. I'll just switch you around. Right, this is the candles. They're 6-inch candles, well, maybe a bit more than 6 inches. That goes into a pot that it'll sit nicely into. And what I do then, try and do this one-handed. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but we'll give it a go. Right, so make sure you put the candle out. So there's the candle. The flame will get a bit bigger as it burns down. So all I do then is get another pot out here. Let's have a think. I think maybe this one will sit on top. If you look down through there, you'll see the candles burning, and it's all fully encased, so nothing can go anywhere. There's no way for flame to come out the sides, and that'll burn. That'll heat up the ceramic. In fact, to be honest, there's quite a bit of heat coming out of there already. So that's it, and I would normally have 2 of them. One there and then one about here by the door. So, well, I'm back indoors. It's getting quite chilly out there now. Temperature's dropping quite a bit. So that's the catch up on the greenhouse. There's nothing else I do now with the greenhouse. It's settled down for the winter. The candle is burning. I'll go to the shop most probably tomorrow and buy another couple of candles. So I've got a couple of extras and a candle to make the second one in the greenhouse. And that'll keep the temperature in there above freezing. Now, it's surprising how 2 candles in a 6x6 greenhouse can keep that temperature there, but it works. You know, it works purely by heating up the terracotta pots, and that's just all it needs. It just needs that bit of extra warmth just to take the nip off of the air. So I'll do a catch up next week and see how the sprouting seeds are doing, and we'll go from there. Until then, take care, stay safe, stay well. Catch you next week. Bye for now.